Hello, my name is Amy Sturkey. I am a pediatric physical therapist, and today we're talking about why is it that constipation causes pee accidents. That's either nighttime or daytime pee accidents. Now let's just start with the facts. 5 to 7 million children have wetting accidents, either nighttime or daytime. Children consider it the third worst catastrophe that could happen in their lifetime if they have a wetting accident at school. That's behind losing a parent, going blind, and in third place is wetting yourself at school. So this is partly genetic, right? It's if you have one parent that wet their bed or had trouble with wetting themselves during the day, then you have a 43% chance of also being a bedwetter or wetting yourself during the day. If you have two parents, yikes, it gets worse. 77% of children, if they have two parents that wet their bed at night or had wetting problems during the day, 77% of those children, they have the same problems too. So it's got a strong genetic component. And let's see, at night, do you think boys or girls have more trouble with wetting the bed? Boys do. And during the day, it's just the opposite. Girls have more problems with wetting themselves during the day than guys do. And 95% of the time, there is no organic cause. That means there's no underlying disease problem, no congenital problem. So what's causing it? Constipation is causing it. It's not caused by, many people think it might be stress. Now, stress might cause the constipation, but it's not caused by stress inherently. It's not caused by hormonal imbalances. It's not caused by underdeveloped bladder. It's not caused by deep sleep even. Now they've discovered that it's pretty much caused by constipation. 89% of the time, constipation is the problem. So how does the constipation start? Well, constipation starts when it's one of the things that's predictable when you go from formula to milk, or you go from formula to solid foods, or when you introduce new foods, particularly rice. When you introduce rice cereal, you're more likely to have constipation. But it can also start when you start potty training. It can start when you start school. It can start, when you have normal, like you have an illness, you have diarrhea. It's common that constipation happens right after you have diarrhea. It happens after you have antibiotics. Often it disturbs the biome of your gut and you have constipation after that. It can happen after certain medications. Those include antacids or opioids. It can really happen under a lot of different factors. So if we all have constipation, what's the problem? Well, the problem is that those normal points of your life when you have constipation, some people have a coping mechanism of where they go, oh, that hurts, or I don't want to go to the bathroom at school. So they learn to hold. They hold that poop in, and that's the problem because it's a snowballing problem. It's one that if it hurts, you don't want to go. So then more poop builds up and it hurts and you don't want to go. And when you do go, it hurts bad. So you don't want to do that again. But the problem is more poop keeps coming. So let's just give an example of what that's like. So let's imagine this is your colon, and let's just say you don't poop for 3 days. So that means people on average have 2 poops a day. So let's have a poop substitute. Let's use these potatoes. If you have 1 poop, so in normal, when you have a poop, oh, this is difficult to get in here. Poop, go in. Go, poop, go. Go, poop, go. Okay, hold on. I'm having a problem with my poop. So normally, when you have a poop in your rectum, you feel it. And you go, oh, I got to poop. You go to the bathroom and you relax the muscles. You relax those muscles right there and the poop goes out. But if you're afraid that it's going to hurt, it stays there. And one of the jobs of the colon is it draws water out. So that poop, as it sticks around, it gets drier and harder. So that's 1 day. Here's 2 days worth of poop. So poop builds up right there in the rectum, right there where it's about to come out. That's 2 days of poop. And now we're up to 3 days of poop. 3 days. of poop. And if you can see these muscles in your rectum, in order to hold all this poop, it just keeps backing up. It gets really overstretched. And the more the muscles get overstretched, the more they're ineffective to help you squeeze out the poop or actually relax so the poop can go out. And the more it becomes a pond down here instead of a road that's just a nice exit way, the less you can feel, gosh, I gotta poop. So it becomes a huge problem. So it's almost like giving birth to a baby instead of having a little poop. And this poop becomes harder and harder. And so the problem is that this poop, as it builds up in here, it starts to become really dark and stinky and hard. And it has a tendency to grow in the microbiome, stuff that encourages a UTI. So these girls are more likely to have urinary tract infections. And the other problem is right in front of the rectum is the bladder. And the bladder gets smushed and it's going, at B, because it's so full even when it's really not that full. But it's got a lot of pressure on it. And the other thing that happens is from the spine in the back, those nerves that go to the bladder, they go around this now overstretched rectum. And because it's overstretched, it misfires. And so it makes you, out of the blue, have to pee because that overstretched nerve going to the bladder, it doesn't know what it's doing anymore. And it goes out of the blue with a lot of urgency. I gotta pee now. And the bigger this rectum gets overstretched, the more that misfires. And the problem is, you're always making pee. So, you only have, 2 bowel movements a day, but in the bladder, you make a tablespoon of pee every minute. So even if you went an hour ago, 2 hours ago, 15 minutes ago, you're gonna have pee in there. So if that nerve to the bladder misfires, oh my gosh, you're peeing and something's coming out. So it's a huge problem that has to be taken care of. So the problems are that constipation, let's imagine you get out some of this poop. Hold on a second. The poop, you get it out. That might be really hard. There goes a poop. And some more poop. Oh gosh, and some more poop. Let's say you get cleaned out once. Poop. Wow, there's a lot of poop in here. Hold on. Ugh. It's hard to get the poop out. It's very hard. So the problem is unlike this elastic thing, the longer you've had chronic constipation, the more this isn't nice and elastic and pulled back to where it was. Like I say, it's a pond. So that the next time, if you've had chronic constipation, the first potato that comes in, I don't want to reach right now and get it, but the first potato that comes in, you don't even know there's poop in there because it's a pond. It's not nice and streamlined. So if you don't know that there's poop in your rectum, you don't go to the bathroom. You become unaware that you got to go. And so there's constantly pressure on your bladder. And then that urgency happens, that those shock waves come from the spine, say you got to pee. So it's a problem that can only be solved by, over time, trying to get this rectum to slim back down to a country road and not a pond that just builds up and builds up and builds up. So in a future video, we'll talk about how do you treat the constipation. It's not an easy problem to fix. The research says that the only thing that makes it so you stop bedwetting and having daytime accidents is that you stop the constipation. Because it's that overstretching of the rectum and the overstretching of the nerves and the snowballing effect of the overstretched rectum that encourages the not being able to know when you need to go to the bathroom. Those are the things that cause you to have the problem with your bedwetting and your daytime wetting. When those things are solved, you stop bedwetting and daytime wetting. In a future video, we'll talk about how to do those things. Hope this was a helpful video, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. If you liked this video and would like to be notified by email when the next video comes out, click the subscribe button here and click the golden bell icon and ensure notifications are enabled on your account.